Beloved soul, wrapped in the light of the Most High, listen with an open heart to what I bring you from the eternal throne. I am the messenger sent to touch the deepest part of your spirit. Not everything you see is the full reality, and what hurts today will become healing tomorrow. There's a reason why your heart senses, even without knowing, that something is being revealed between the lines of time. Hidden words and misunderstood feelings echo around you. Angels, soulmate, hidden truth, diverted paths. A revelation begins to unfold. Something that once seemed to belong to you is now in someone else's hands. Does this hurt you? Yes, but there is a greater purpose weaving the threads of this chapter. Listen, for not everything that is lost was ever truly yours. Heaven has seen every tear you've cried in silence. Nothing has gone unnoticed by the eyes of the eternal. What now feels like abandonment is, in truth, a disguised deliverance. Some bonds are born from broken promises, and others are interrupted to preserve your higher calling. You are protected, even when everything seems to indicate otherwise. Do not blame yourself for missing them, nor condemn yourself for loving someone who now walks a different path. That deep connection you feel, rooted like the earth itself, is not a delusion. But it is not the end. It is only a bridge towards something wider, purer, truer. What is now in the wrong hands may never have truly been yours. The Spirit who searches hearts tells me you have waited faithfully. You built castles in the unseen. You loved with your soul and not just with words. And because of this, heaven has a promise for you. Nothing sown in truth will ever be lost. What is destined for you will come cleanly, without theft, without confusion, without dispute. There are angels around you, even now, holding your tired hands. They tell me your wait will not be in vain. The truth is, the love meant for you is not in chains, nor caught in uncertain paths. It is being prepared with honor, set apart with care, not by man's time, but by God's. What your eyes see now is only a part. You look and think you've lost, but in eternity, the plans are complete. And I tell you with heavenly authority, your true soulmate will not be confused by other options. He will recognize you, without doubt, without delay, without division. You do not need to chase what is yours, nor beg for crumbs of attention. Within you is the essence of spiritual royalty. You were created to be chosen with certainty, not as a maybe. The love meant for you is not lost. It is being refined in the fire of waiting. And while you wait, heaven is working, moving hearts, closing cycles, breaking ties that would hinder your fullness. Do not be afraid. You have not been forgotten. There is a strength in you that even you don't fully know, but heaven knows it. And that strength will sustain you until the time of fulfillment. There are moments when love seems to walk the wrong path only to return transformed. But not every return is redemption. Some separations are liberation. And I affirm to you, do not hold on to what made you question who you are. True love confirms your identity. It does not confuse it. You deserve a love that does not hesitate, that doesn't need to choose between you and another, that looks at you and knows it's her. A love without triangles, without excuses, without prolonged absences. That love exists, and it's drawing near, even if you can't see it yet. Yes, your heart aches knowing the one you hope for now walks beside another. But do not grieve. Heaven makes no mistakes. What is forged in deception does not last. But what is born from eternal promise, that will blossom at the right time. Today you must let go, not to lose, but to make space. What is coming is greater, so much greater that it wouldn't fit into a heart still bound to the past. What was does not define what will be, and what is far away cannot stop what's coming. The voice of heaven calls you to trust, to lift your eyes, to stop measuring divine love by human mistakes. The Most High wrote your ending before your beginning, and He wrote it with mercy, tenderness, and justice. You are under construction, your heart, your story, your waiting. Everything is being shaped by divine patience. And at the right time, when the season is ripe, you will have no doubt, because everything will align. Love will arrive with peace, not with questions. Let the angel of time erase what no longer serves you. Let heaven show you the new. Stop looking where pain holds you. Look toward where faith leads you. Your path is one of light, even if it seems dark right now. Soon your soul will recognize a presence that brings you rest, and you will know it is Him. No doubts, no rush, no open wounds. It will be gentle, it will be clear, it will be certain. And then everything will make sense, even what now feels unfair. In the meantime, strengthen yourself. Care for your inner being. The love that's coming for you is not drawn by need, but by wholeness. It will find you whole, even if now you feel in pieces. And if pain still lingers, surrender it. If questions remain, trust. Heaven would not lead you into a place of waiting if it wasn't to gift you with something eternal. You're in process, and no process is ever in vain for one who walks with the eternal. Now listen, your love story doesn't begin where you got lost. It begins where God decides to surprise you. Get ready, daughter. What is yours does not stay hidden forever. He will come, and He will recognize you, and it will be beautiful, because it will be true. You've heard the whispers in your dreams, echoes you couldn't explain, pulling at your spirit in the quiet hours of the night. Those whispers weren't your imagination. They were signals from the divine, drawing your attention to what's coming. Nothing is random. Even your deepest longings are woven into the design of your destiny. Your soul recognizes something long before your mind does. There's a reason you keep feeling like something or someone is missing even in the midst of everything you do right. That gap isn't a flaw in you. It's a divine clue, a space only one soul is meant to fill. And that soul is closer than you think, watching, learning, growing, being refined just like you are. The same fire that burns in you burns in Him too. You've crossed paths with false starts, half-truths, and near loves, not as punishment but preparation. Each disappointment was a redirection. Each heartbreak was a heavenly reroute. They taught you not just how to love, but how to discern what real love feels like. So when it shows up, you won't question it. You'll just know, deeply, certainly, eternally. You were never meant to blend into the background of someone else's life. You were made to be chosen fully, seen for who you are, not who someone hopes you'll become. You're not a backup plan, not a second choice. You are the promise, the fulfillment, the answer someone has prayed for in silence. Angels speak your name in conversations you can't hear. They go before you, preparing the way, softening hearts, aligning time and space to bring the right moment to pass. Every delay has a reason. Every silence is filled with motion in the unseen realm. Heaven is not still. It's arranging, protecting, and revealing one divine piece at a time. You've asked if you should give up. You felt foolish for holding on to a promise you couldn't fully explain. But the stirring in your chest, the way you light up at the thought of something greater, that isn't delusion. That's prophecy in motion. You're not crazy for believing. You're chosen for seeing ahead. There is a sacred recognition that will take place. Eye to eye, soul to soul. Without the need for explanation, it will feel like coming home to a place you've never been but always known. You won't need to fight to be understood. You will be seen, felt, and honored without having to ask for it. Your love story is being written in divine ink, on pages that no human hand can erase. What looks like silence now is simply the turning of a page. Don't confuse pause with absence. The author of your story is still writing, and what's coming next will be worth every lonely chapter that came before. You're not behind. You're not late. You are right on time for a timeline that doesn't obey the rush of this world. The alignment of souls doesn't bend to calendars or clocks. It answers only to eternity. And eternity is never in a hurry, because it already sees the end. Somewhere, someone is being taught how to cherish what you carry. They don't even know yet that they are being prepared for you, but their spirit is being guided, their path being straightened. One day, when your paths cross, it won't be coincidence. It'll be convergence. Heaven will whisper, now. There will be a moment when your past no longer stings, not because it's forgotten, but because it's finally redeemed. All the pieces that broke you will become the exact shape needed to hold the love that's coming. And you'll look back not with regret, but with reverence. You were never meant to settle in the shadows of someone else's indecision. You are the light that calls the right soul forward, the one who won't flinch, who won't question. He will recognize your worth before you even have to speak. And when he speaks, it will echo something deep inside you that's been waiting to hear it. There are timelines where you said yes to less, but those were not your final answer. Heaven rewrote those lines. You are not bound to mistakes. You are bound to mercy. And mercy is moving relentlessly on your behalf, even when you don't feel it. The ache in your chest is not emptiness. It is space being made. Heaven is stretching your capacity to receive something greater than what you imagined. You're not being denied. You're being expanded, so that when the time comes, you can contain the fullness of the love you were always meant to hold. He will come quietly, without force, but with certainty. Not a storm, but a steady presence. Not to rescue you, but to walk beside you in the strength you've already built. He will not interrupt your healing. He will honor it. He will not compete with your solitude. He will understand it. What you feel intuitively is not wrong. You do sense him. Even across time, space, and separation, your souls are reaching. That pull you sometimes can't explain. It's real. It's spiritual. And one day soon, the distance will collapse under divine timing, and he will be there. The heavens are not silent. They are whispering louder now, pushing you to trust, to release, to prepare. You're being guided to a version of you that matches the love that's arriving. The upgrade isn't just external, it's internal. You're becoming the answer to someone's prayer, even now. So let them look elsewhere. Let what isn't yours pass by. Not everything you want is what you need, and heaven knows the difference. What's meant for you doesn't need to be forced. It will come willingly, lovingly, eternally. You won't need to compete, convince, or chase. Trust the signs. The recurring dreams, the names, the glimpses, they're not random. They are confirmations, like scattered breadcrumbs from heaven, leading you home. Keep following, even if you don't know where it ends. Trust the pull more than the path. You're closer than you think. Stay in the light. Stay open. Keep becoming. You don't need to wait in sadness. You can wait in expectation. Joyfully, powerfully. You are not abandoned in the waiting. You are being elevated. And when the moment arrives, the heavens will celebrate with you because they've seen what you held on to even when no one else did. There are moments when the silence around you feels louder than any sound. But silence is not absence. It's incubation. In the stillness, the divine is nurturing something too sacred to be rushed. What you can't see growing is often what's maturing the most. Love that lasts isn't born in noise. It's formed in quiet surrender, where souls align before words are ever spoken. Your name has been spoken in prayer, not just by you, but by someone who doesn't even know you yet. His spirit is asking for the kind of love only you were designed to give. And your spirit, though tired, is answering, not with desperation, but with quiet readiness. You are being matched beyond the surface, on a soul-deep level that time cannot erase. Every time you chose healing over hatred, every time you loved without being loved in return, you wrote a new page in your story. That story has not gone unnoticed. Heaven takes note of every silent victory. You think no one sees, but the Spirit sees. And for every secret surrender, a reward is being prepared that cannot be stolen. There's a path before you that has yet to be walked, not because it's hidden, but because it's being built for you. Step by step, it's unfolding as you keep walking forward in faith. You are not created to follow another's map. You are forging your own with footprints lit by grace. What waits for you on the other side is uniquely yours. You're not being kept from love. You're being kept for love. The divine doesn't withhold out of cruelty. It withholds out of wisdom. Not everything offered is worthy. Not every connection is sacred, but the one that is, it will carry the weight of eternity in a single touch. You will feel it before you even understand it. The world has taught you to settle, to be quiet, to not hope too loudly. But the heavens roar with promise over your life. They are not quiet about you. They are loud in their celebration of who you are becoming. And when heaven is loud, the earth must align. Everything will respond to the divine orchestration of your moment. You've tasted imitation, but what's coming is the original. No more watered-down versions of love. No more temporary comfort. What's approaching is real, unshakable, honest. A love that will speak your language without needing translation. You won't have to shrink or explain. You'll only need to be. There is mystery surrounding the one who is meant for you. But mystery does not mean distance. Heaven sometimes hides what's holy until the time is right. Not to confuse you, but to protect what is precious. If you knew all the details now, you might settle prematurely. That's why the picture is still incomplete. It's a divine protection. You've grown in the wilderness, alone, unseen, and often uncelebrated. But the wilderness made you wise. It stripped away illusions and left only truth. Now, you don't just want love, you can recognize real love. You won't be fooled again by charisma without character. You know what's holy now? Let the world call you too much. Let them say you're too intense, too sensitive, too deep. Those are the very things your soulmate will adore. He will meet you in the depths. He will cherish your intensity. He will not run from your truth. He will run to it. You're not too much for the right heart. There's a shift coming, sudden, divine, undeniable. You won't have to force it. You won't have to question it. When it arrives, it will come like breath, natural, essential, and life-giving. Everything that felt stuck will begin to move, not by your might, but by divine momentum. Watch for the signs. You've walked through fire and not just survived. You emerged glowing. That glow is not for everyone. Only one will see it fully. Only one will know that the light in you comes from battles overcome. And when he sees it, he will bow inwardly, not in worship of you, but in awe of what God has done through you. The one who left was never the one. The one who broke you is not your forever. Pain may have entered your story, but it is not the author of your ending. You're not defined by who didn't stay. You are being refined for who will arrive and never leave. His presence will rewrite the pain into promise. When you stopped chasing, you started becoming. And that shift in you triggered movement in the heavens. Sometimes the fastest way forward is through stillness. You've been still long enough, not in stagnation, but in strength. Now the ground beneath your feet is beginning to shake. Breakthrough is near. He won't come to fix you, because you were never broken. He will come to join you, not complete you. You are already whole, but his presence will feel like a missing piece, not because you needed him, but because you were always meant to walk this path together. Not in halves, in harmony. Let your past be the soil, not the chain. Everything you've walked through is planting season. Now, the roots are strong and the harvest is coming. What is growing in you cannot be taken. It's yours. And when you stand beside the one who sees it, he'll see not just the fruit, but the fight it took to grow it. The stars have aligned in ways you can't yet see. And while you're looking at the sky for signs, the heavens are whispering soon. Not because you're waiting in vain, but because the hour is approaching when what was hidden will be revealed. Not as fantasy, but as fulfillment. There's a moment ahead when time will stop. Not literally, but spiritually. When he sees you, everything else will fade. He won't compare. He won't hesitate. He will know. And that knowing will be louder than any past voice, any old wound, any lingering doubt. That's when it begins. Do not rush what the divine is refining. There's still a final polish happening in both of you. Let it continue. Let it complete. What's meant for eternity cannot be born in haste. Let every second between now and then be filled with hope, not hurry. You're not waiting for love. You're walking toward it. And as you keep walking, even when the road winds and your heart wanders, remember this. You are being led, not left. You are being guided, not forgotten. Heaven is not finished. The story isn't over. In fact, the next page is almost ready to turn. Stay close. The miracle is moving. Beloved soul, if this message reached the depths of your heart, know that it was sent with purpose. Every word was guided by divine light, spoken through me to awaken what already lives within you, the truth, the hope, and the promise that your journey is not in vain. Heaven sees you, heaven honors you, and heaven walks beside you. Thank you for opening your heart and your spirit to receive these celestial whispers. Your willingness to listen has already aligned you with miracles yet to unfold. The angels rejoice when one soul dares to believe again. And today, that soul is you. If this message resonated with you, I invite you now to confirm its arrival with a declaration of power and faith. Write in the comments, "Tudo passo naquele que me fortalece." This phrase is more than words. It's a spiritual agreement with the heavens, a sign that you are ready to walk in divine strength and purpose. And if you haven't already, I warmly invite you to join our channel. Subscribe so you never miss another prophetic word sent just for you. Don't forget to activate the notification bell so every new message finds its way straight to your heart right when you need it most. You are not alone on this journey. We are walking this sacred path together. One message, one revelation, one divine moment at a time. Until the next whisper from above, stay in the light.